Wow. I mean, that was as advertised. I'm so glad that we got to see Jhoan Duran come out to that electric intro, and the Phillies get the win as we welcome you here to Post Game Live, brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance, Amy Fiddle, Ricky Vitalico, and Ben Davis. And gentlemen, like there was 3-0, and you're wondering, Phillies didn't even get hit to the 5th inning.
Yeah, it was looking like misery. It really was. I thought the Phillies offense was asleep. They were sleepwalking through the first 6 innings of this game. They didn't have a lot of good quality at-bats. Flaherty was spinning a lot of stuff up there and just kind of screwing the Phillies hitters into the ground. So, I mean, it was just one of those things where, okay, let's get Flaherty out of there at some point. And then you got a bunch of scared little people coming in from that Detroit bullpen.
That bullpen.
And it showed.
That bullpen is not a great bullpen, and we saw it. They were
scared little people.
Scared puppies. And they were. And you saw hit after hit, and we're going to go check out the 8th inning when you look at it. But, Ben, this was a really, really big inning.
That was a huge play, obviously, but the Phillies taking advantage of the opposition's mistakes. That's what good teams do, and that error by Hannafy, you know, for all the golfers out there, they know when they decel their golf club, what they end up doing around the green, they blade the ball across it because they're decelling, they're not staying through it. It's exactly what Hannafy did on the mound right there. He kind of decelled his arm a little bit, he yanks it to his glove side, and the rest is history. The Phillies took advantage of that mistake there by Hannafy, and you love to see it.
And I will say, being a former pitcher, when somebody's hustling like that, he made him hurry is what happened. He started hurrying and he fumbled the ball. I mean, a lot of these guys aren't athletic all the time. And that looked like a non-athletic play.
Or pitchers in general.
Pitchers in general.
Pitchers, he says that. He's the one that said that.
You were a pitcher, too.
I also appreciate the deceleration for my golf game. I wrote that down because that's absolutely what I do around the green. I was texting actually with Taryn Hatcher, and I was like, she's like, this game's crazy. And I was like, all we need is a run and that Jhoan Duran intro. And they heard me clearly.
It's one thing to watch film on a pitcher and then to go back there and when you start receiving the ball, it's like, wow, this is a lot different than what it looks like on video. It's much like a hitter. You can look at all the video, but until you see that ball come out of a pitcher's hand, it's a completely different animal. But JT, obviously, 3 of the 4 pitches were put in play, so not a whole lot there on JT's end.
I'm wondering, because I saw Duran before the game off the bullpen mound today. Before the game.
That in our pregame.
And I was like, wow, that's a little
like a legit bullpen.
But I'm wondering if JT wanted to see it. I wonder if JT was catching. Obviously, you see the video we see. You see the pitcher throwing. You don't really see who's receiving the baseball. And I'm wondering if it was JT so he could get a feel for it.
I mean, obviously, I don't think you did the full bullpen, but would you have some kind of?
I would probably throw about 5 or 6 pitches to
just to get them on the same page when you would come in. I mean, that would make sense, but it worked whatever it was, and all I can say is
worked pretty well, I would say. 4 pitches.
That's
4
efficient.
pitches.
That's what you put that one in your back pocket. You would take that one every single night.
I mean, and that's what everybody was hoping for when Dave Dombrowski made the move for Duran. It was to get that atmosphere, to get those outs, and to get that back into the bullpen solidified. And Ben, that's exactly what he did.
That's exactly what he did. And again, this could not have worked out any better for the Phils and for Duran to get that first one out of the way in front of a big, obviously sold out crowd again. But this is a big, I think, going to be a big element, obviously, for this bullpen to be bolstered in the fashion that it did. Unfortunately, Kirk Green gave up the home run that put them ahead 4-3 after the Phillies rallied back and tied it up at 3. But the way they were able to go out there and do that tonight was just absolutely awesome. And that I will tell you right now, that entrance to a game, that will never get old.
No.
It will never get old.
I want to see it every game.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see like him coming in a safe situation every game.
And you know what's going to happen? People are going to go to the ballpark expecting it, and the Phillies are going to win by 5, and he's not going to
be like, give us it anyway, give us it anyway. It was electric, and if you didn't get goosebumps watching that, well, check your pulse, because that one was awesome. The Phillies get the win to open this series against the Tigers. We're going to hear from Rob Thomson coming up.
No face.
Just really come at him strong.
Just keep going at him.
So listen, everybody, we were talking like, oh gosh, the game's tied at that point. Bryce Harper's not like, this is not good. This is not what you're wanting.
No, you don't want him ever out of the game. And I mean, the worst part about that was Kirk Green comes in and gives up a home run right away, and the Phillies lose the tie game right there. But the Phillies kept kind of pushing through.
Yeah. In his previous 5 outings, Kirk Green had only given up 1 earned and struck out 5. Unfortunately, he had a big mistake there, but it didn't matter because they came in, they came back in the 8th, and of course, Duran is the one to close it out. Let's check in now with Rob Thomson after the win.
It was great all night long, really. I thought we played very well. Ranger was very good, a lot better tonight. Velocity was good. Command was outstanding, kept him off balance. Kirkering hadn't pitched in 6 days. Just left a little slider over the middle of the plate, and Duran was electric. Duran, sorry.
How important were those two pinch at bats there by your lefty, by your righties against lefty?
Yeah, it was huge. You know, Kemp gets a jam shot base hit, and then he comes up the next time, double down the line to score Castellanos. They had a really good patient at bat the first time, and so those, everybody contributed in some way.
What made you go with Kemp and then Bader versus the other way around?
I think Bader's got a chance to hit the ball at the ballpark more so than Kemp, and really that's it. Yeah.
Check swing and what happened after it.
Well, you never want to see Bryce get thrown out of a ball game, but it's a tough call for the umpires on check swings, especially Schwarber and Hart, because they swing so hard. I think it's difficult for them to distinguish between whether it's a check swing or a swing.
Sosa didn't run his hardest out of the box for his double in the fifth, but made up for it later in the game when he forced a throwing error on his last at-bat. Is that something that is discussed in between at-bats to say you need to hustle a little more, or is that him course correcting during the game?
Sure, at times, absolutely.
So the light show with Duran coming in and got this big reputation, where did it all kind of match up, seeing the real thing tonight for you?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting when everybody had their phones out and the lights on. And he was electric. I mean, 4 pitches. First pitch was a 98-mile-an-hour split. So that's, I don't know if I've seen that before, but yeah, he was, and threw strikes. He's calm, cool. It's great.
Others said he's starting to get it in facing major league pitching. What have you been seeing in his improvements over the last couple of weeks?
Well, ever since he's come up early, I've liked his at-bats. He's going to swing and miss some. That's part of it, but he really drives the ball to the right center field. He can pull the ball when it's needed. He hits velocity. So he's, I don't know if I've seen him adjust, because to me, he's been good ever since he got here.
All right, so I love that he said, listen, calm, cool, and collected. Never seen anything quite like that, but as advertised. And Duran is absolutely just that, Ricky.
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't look like he's got a nervous bone in his body. I mean, you got to understand, you're going to a new team. Mm-hmm. The surroundings are different. Everything's a little different. I wonder if the Harrison Bader thing kind of helped him out. Obviously, he came over with him same time, and they're both in the game at that given time, because you could tell he gave him a little signal kind of walking off the field. But I think it was just business as usual for him. You got to understand, this is the first time Philadelphia has seen this.
Yeah.
He's been doing this his whole time over there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it's just new surroundings.
And you could see it on his face when Tom and John were talking to him afterwards.
He
he loved every second of this.
Yeah.
He was excited. And if you had his stuff, Ricky, would you be nervous?
No, I wouldn't even care.
Let me throw 102. Let me throw a
98-mile-an-hour splitter.
Yeah,
No big deal.
By the way, you know me.
4 pitches.
I make fun of the miles per hour that this guy legitimately throws hard.
Yeah, and you could tell.
Yeah, this is.
That's why I asked,
you could tell the late,
how much JT
movement.
needed to work on that, because he's not seen that.
It is late. It's late movement. I mean, again, as you're thinking on that as a hitter, and all of a sudden you're hitting ball off the end of the bat. I mean, it's late.
Well, you guys had
what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're going to hear from him.
We are going to hear from him. That's called a tease in the business, everyone. And the reason number 872, you should watch pregame. These guys had a great breakdown of exactly what you saw from Duran tonight. In his warm-up pitches and that intro, it was longer than his actual inning.
It may have been.
It had to be.
He threw 4 pitches.
Well, you think about it. You're running in from the top of the bullpen. That whole thing with the warm-ups has to be about 4 minutes long. I don't think that inning took that long.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes
There's
or so.
no chance it did.
No, it was 4 pitches.
Quick done. It was a thing of beauty. Let's hear from Jhoan Duran now.
I still feel, like it's incredible. I can say something, like it's amazing. Yeah.
What was it like playing in front of these fans?
That's an honor to me, because I can see they love baseball, like they do everything for baseball. I love that.
Were you any more pumped up tonight because it was your first game for the Phillies than any other night, or did it feel exactly the same to you?
No, I try to put it like the same, my mentality, like go there and do my 3 outs. You know, I don't want to be like not focused, you know.
It's only one game, but how important is it to get in your first debut here to get the save and impress the way you did?
It's amazing, you know, like the first one and do it like that only for with 2 pitches. So with 4 pitches, it's great, you know, like easy work and get the save and the win. So.
Those 4 splinkers?
Yes.
All 4?
Yeah. I know throw más foul, but yeah.
Yeah. Like the whole day today, like coming here your first time with a new team and like ending that way, like can you describe that?
I just
This whole day coming here to a new team for the first time in your career, ending it with this save, like can you describe what this whole day has been like?
It's not easy, you know. Like I work out really early, 3 in the morning in Minneapolis, and take the flight today to here. I try to sleep in the hotel. I'm not sleeping because my little boy, he got a lot of energy, you know. So and I come to here and say hi to everybody, feel comfortable, and do my job.
Do you think you'll sleep all night?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, our crack staff here timed it out. 2 minutes and 15 seconds from the start of his intro music to the warm-up pitches, and then it was a minute 30 to get done with the entire 9th inning.
I hope this guy pitches every game because we'll be out quicker.
That's amazing.
Always about Ricky.
It's always about Ricky trying to leave the game. He made the catch. Well, I don't think he's going to be asked about that play as much as the ejection and maybe Duran. So let's check in now with Bryce Harper.
Did you get a chance to look at it, and what do you think?
I didn't see it. Thought if I didn't go on the first one, I didn't go on the second one. Yeah, I mean, can't get thrown in that situation, especially the 9th inning possibly coming around and, you know, my at-bat coming up.
Do you think it was a quick run?
I mean, I left the batter's box walking towards him, so I think it was warranted.
What did you think of Duran's entrance and his performance there in the 9th inning?
Yeah, it looked good from my locker.
Were you in here watching? Like, did you hear it? Like,
no, it was great. I mean, we all know what it was like in Minnesota when he came in the game. So, I mean, right when we got him, I texted KG and Chris and was like, "Hey, we got to do this. This is really cool." Lights out stuff, obviously, and you know, Detroit's seen him before, and 1, 2, 3 inning right there in the 9th.
Were you sitting in your locker watching the TV here?
Yeah.
Could you hear it from outside or no?
No.
So you get Duran, obviously it's a big pickup. What do you think of the Bader pickup on the offensive side? Do you think that's going to be pretty, you know, think it's going to be enough for this team?
Yeah, big-time outfielder. Can really go get it. I mean, obviously he's a dog. You know, he's played on a lot of, you know, really good teams as well. Knows how to play the game. So Dave made the best decision for our team, and obviously, you know, got Duran and got him.
What did you think of the energy in the building tonight?
It's great.
What do you think of the improvements Otto has made since he's come up?
Yeah, it's been great. He's been in the middle of a lot of stuff for us. Obviously had a great night tonight. You know, tough night for a lot of us, but you know, thought Castor swung the bat well, and you know, Otto comes up big for us right there as well.
Yeah, but do anything with the players in the ballpark tonight, just for fun for you to see the history around you. You've seen it before, but to see the players come back.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I level on my weekend, you know, being able to kind of, you know, stand shoulder to shoulder with some of the great players that have played here. You know, obviously it's you know, a lot of fun. I love the history of the game, and you know, seeing guys walk through the cage, and guys that, you know, were great in their time, and obviously all-timers. So you know, really cool.
Thank you.
Harper, at the beginning of that, talking about his ejections. I haven't seen it, but I think, you know, it's tempered a little bit. He said he can't get thrown out there, and I think that was the biggest takeaway. He knew it was the 9th inning coming up, but his team picked him up, and so did the new closer. Well, Ranger Suarez started this game, and he was coming off a very good outing against the Yankees. Only 1 run in that game, and he had 8 strikeouts. He struggled a little bit with this one, and you're looking at it. And we were looking at Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 4, but it was a big one because he had that big RBI in the 7th inning. Kyle Schwarber coming through to get things started and help get the Phillies the win. All right, well, it is the matchup of all matchups tomorrow. This is the big matchup. Tarek Skubal, Zach Wheeler.
This is
Look at
awesome.
this. I mean, this is like must-see TV.
If you have never watched a baseball game before, you might want to tune into this one.
Second lowest ERA in all of baseball. Not that the 2.56 is anything to sniff at there.
Look at the innings.
Look at the strikes to walk ratio.
No, but look at the starts and innings.
Look at this.
They're everything is almost identical.
21 starts, 10 wins, 9 wins. Ben, this is.
I can't wait. Usually I like a lot of offense, but this, on paper, again, baseball's the ultimate box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
2-1. Duran comes in one more time. I'm calling it.
That worked. How about 1-0?
1-0. I'll take that as well. Also, Mets lost, so the Phillies are in first place. What a game. What a night.
We're number 1.